the unknown could be resolved by faith, or with faith, and with hope, and trusting it's definitely coming to her. And some people's timing is later, and I think I'm gonna get a little deep here but I think a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is always the case, but welcome back to No Light Tarot. My name is Holly. So grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. So I'm doing 4 updates. I've been asked to do these along other videos. Some of you have commented. I've posted up some suggestions, asking for suggestions. So I've decided to do an update on these 4. Next week I'll be doing my getting divorced, continuing that. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm so grateful to have you all. Please subscribe if you watch a few of my videos and you like my content. Also, if you're subscribed, write down subscriber below and stand a chance to win. Well, I'm giving away a free reading, free tarot reading that I'll send to your email. You do need to have social media, so please make sure you have social media. Write down subscribed and I will raffle out a name this month and I will give a reading to one of you all. So I will announce it in November, and every month I'll be doing that so we can grow this community. And just as a token of my appreciation, you know, it's very grateful for you all. Okay, so let's get into this reading, starting off with Harry Styles. Some of you have been asking me what's going on with him in general. I've been doing updates about him and Taylor Russell, and I did say Olivia was going to start saying things about him. I've been actually pretty accurate about a lot of what's going on in his life and so forth. Okay, so let's get into it. Harry is the sun in Aquarius, moon in Libra, rising in Libra. Yeah, we have very similar charts. Okay, so this time today, I'm going to start with the bottom of the deck, and that it's 10 of Cups. And when I was shuffling the cards, I got like a suit. I see him in like a suit, and I got like a long pants, really long suit pants, and singing in front of a microphone. So I feel like he might be doing I wouldn't say like a show, like a tour show, but more like a performance that's jazz influenced as he matures. I get that very strongly. I like jazz, I get I wouldn't say R&B, but that more mature sound. That's what I'm picking up here. I think he's playing with different genres. I did say before, I think he's going to do like something influenced by rock, also something influenced by jazz, I think, in his next album. See that? I think he might start working. Actually, I picture that on his next album. So 6 of Cups, the Sun, and Knight of Coins. I see a lot of, like I've said before, fashion influence. Maybe that's why I saw a suit. I saw like a black sparkly suit. And then it looks like a commercial. And I get Gucci. I can't remember. I'm the worst at remembering like what people keep up with and what you guys write in the comment section about celebrities. So pardon me if you've written this, but I just got like Gucci, like a commercial, like different lights. It kind of reminds me of Naomi Campbell's commercial that she did. I think it was with, I think it was Louis Vuitton. No, Vogue. There's a Vogue photo shoot that Naomi Campbell did in the early 90s that this reminds me a lot of. It's black and white. You can see the lights on her, and that kind of reminds me of it. So I think he might maybe be doing something for Vogue, but I see Gucci. He might be dressed by Gucci, but it's more harsh lighting to give him more of a mature. I think he wants people to see that he's grown up. and that he's growing up so that people kind of start to leave him alone, you know? In the irony, I'm doing a reading on him. Well, not on him, but the energy. And the reason why I do these is so that we can learn from situations, you know, and see these people as more. I think sometimes we can like forget that these people, I know I just said like, I think we can forget that these people are human, and I try to humanize them as much as possible. So with 3 of Wands and 8 of Coins, I see here somebody wants to work with him. It's an older, bold guy. I've seen him before. I forgot his name. He's Italian. That's what who I think might be. I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to be a model, and when I was obsessed with remembering, because you had to, you know, you had to remember people's names who were photographers, and I was really, really obsessed with knowing photographers, fashion houses. So since then, I haven't really remembered, but a lot of them I still remember from back in the day. Well, not back in the day, but when I was a model. I didn't get that far because I didn't really like it, but, well, I liked modeling. I didn't like the industry. I didn't like how models are treated. I wasn't treated that well. It's actually treated really badly, but that's another story for another day. So I think that I see a guy with glasses. I've seen him before. I just can't remember. He's Italian, bold glasses. Maybe some of you might know who he is. But I see him being very heavily influenced by him, hanging out together at fashion shows. Him introducing Taylor to them, and so forth and so forth. But he's very into fashion. A lot of Aquarius are very into fashion. I love fashion. So I think that he is headed more of a mature. He wants to be more mature. He wants people to accept that he's grown up. And I can only imagine what it must be like, the public watching you grow up and not accepting that you've matured, or you have a love life, or you know, you do your own thing. So I empathize. So 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and Ace of Wands. By the way, I'm using the Crystal Magic Tarot for this reading. I see some people not really happy with him, and I think some of those are people that he's worked with. One Direction could be. Some of them, people that are salty that he's doing well. And some of them are sending bad energy his way. Really bad energy his way. It's really unfortunate. So with Page of Wands and I see who's sending bad energy his way. It's Olivia. Olivia's sending bad energy his way. And she's watching him. She doesn't want him to succeed. She wants him to fail, actually. Wow. See, this is the thing about Pisces. Olivia is Sun in Pisces, and I was actually just saying, before I started recording, I was talking about somebody, and I was like, yeah, but there's Sun in Pisces. Like, sometimes Sun in Pisces, you know, every sign has its light and its shadow side. Shadow meaning things we need to work on. And something I've noticed in Sun in Pisces, that's why Sun in Pisces and Aquarius I do not think is a good match at all. Because Aquarius, we're very, we can sometimes be confrontational. We want to hash things out. Like, I'm very upfront, and I like to just know the truth. I like to say the truth, and then it's over. We don't like, Sun in Aquarius, we don't like to hold grudges. If you know an Aquarius that holds grudges, they likely have water in their chart, or earth, but they're not predominantly air. Earth signs, fire signs too. We don't like to hold grudges. And I don't mean grudge as in, if you do me wrong and I've forgiven you, you're not in my life, I don't care about you, you know? Just like Tupac said, if you do me wrong, I'm paraphrasing, so he was a Sun in Gemini. I have this mentality too. Just because you're not sitting at my table doesn't mean you don't have to sit at any table. I'm not going to starve you from eating. You do you, I do me. Sometimes people think that's a grudge, but that's not what a grudge is. A grudge is a vendetta, and a grudge is I'm out for someone. And Pisces, water signs, can definitely be like that. And I see that with Olivia. And sometimes Sun in Pisces can be so vendetta, grudge driven, that it blinds them and it blocks their blessings. That's why I don't believe in holding a grudge against anyone. So 5 of coins, King of swords, and 2 of wands. Interesting. So I see here another male figure. I think this might be Jason, who's in Olivia's life, who's pulling her towards something else. And I saw something like they were hanging out together. I strongly believe Jason, Olivia Wilde's ex-husband or ex-fiance, whatever he is to her, believes that they will end up together. I strongly believe that. And he has like a martyr energy where he wants to save her, he wants to guide her. But a lot of what she needs to work on, she has to do herself, you know. Yeah, so that's just 9 of wands, nicest thought. So she's going to continue to paint him in a bad light, and more, it's going to get more aggressive, and that's when he's going to retaliate. But he's trying to live his life. I wouldn't be surprised if she put some darkness, like dark energy on him. I just wouldn't be surprised. I see that energy and it's coming from her. That's what I have for you all. Let's move on to the next one. Please let me know your thoughts. Please be respectful in the comment section. I haven't had any crazy comments recently, but let's just keep it that way. I know, especially with the Olivia people, the bots come in. And I really don't care because I'm not crazy about her. So yeah. Okay, so let's move on to Selena Gomez. Let's see what energy I pick up when I shuffle the cards. Okay, so wow, and I was accurate. I wanted to do a post about, I was accurate about Francia, and I was accurate about her makeup and stuff like that. But let's see what's going on. Okay, so I see here lots of acting. I get the energy of acting. I get the energy of working on like a line. Okay, this is what I got first. I got the energy of creating an office space. She might be opening like headquarters for Rare in LA. I see it in LA, it might be in Hollywood. I used to live in LA and I used to go to Hollywood, I would say like 2-3 times a week. And when I went, because I used to go to Soul Cycle on Hollywood and Vine, and I went more than 2-3 times a week. I went like 4 or 5 times a week. I used to love Hollywood. Hollywood was my favorite part of LA when I still went, because I stopped going towards the end. But around there's like NBC, there's the SAG-AFTRA, there's a Starbucks, if it still exists, because I left 2 years ago. There's a Starbucks like down the street. There's a Walgreens. I see it being around that area. There's also the cinema I used to go to. I think it's in IMAX. I forgot. It's like a special type of cinema. It's so beautiful. I went there a few times to watch movies. But I see it being around there. And the CNN is there too. Yeah. So I see it being around there, and I see like it being like white with like little intricacies of like yellow. I think she likes like different colors. I like them too, like yellow, teal, pink, purple. Yeah, so I see that opening. If it's not already there. I say this all the time. I don't really follow celebrities. I really only follow reality TV. So if it's happened, if she's shown it, I apologize. Well, not really apologize because I didn't know, but yeah. So I see that opening. I also see her in the studio. I see 5 songs, like an EP coming out. it's going to be like, I see featuring some hip-hop people. I guess Sway Lee in there, it might be Sway Lee. And yeah, I say this a lot. I like how Selena Gomez represents herself. I think she does a very good job of being humble, being gracious, and yeah, I like how she represents herself a lot. So with Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands, and Queen of Swords, I see very strongly here that as she matures, I see her moving. I think moving back to New York. I think I might have seen this before. Even though she might have her headquarters in LA, she might move, or she might be moving her headquarters to New York. But I see a move, and it involves New York. And it's going to be hard for her to do, but she has to do it. Yeah, she has to do it. So with 8 of Wands, because it's going to help her grow her brand a lot. It's something like, if she grows it, there'll be international investment, and so forth. So at the bottom of the deck, being Nine of Swords, I see her cutting off different ties to people. It's interesting that she says her only friend in the industry is Taylor Swift, which I totally get, because I like how Taylor Swift represents herself too, a lot actually. So I understand that, but I think she does have more friendships in the industry. She just isn't that public about it, but she will be cutting ties from a lot of people very soon. So in the next 3 months. Okay, so I see here 4 of Crystals, 4 of Wands, and 7 of Swords. And 7 of Wands, excuse me. She's very dead set on meeting somebody, dating. She's probably dating, meeting somebody. And I actually do see her meeting someone. I've said this before when I did her and Justin. I see her meeting somebody, and this person she's going to marry. So with the Justice and Serenity, she's going to marry them, and it's going to be like, this person might be Sun and Libra. He's going to provide her. He might be from New York, actually. He might be from New York. And he's going to provide her with stability. And he's a businessman. He's not in Hollywood. Yeah, but I think he's from New York. And he's into like investment and stuff like that. They'll meet through friends, like a common friend, mutual friends, and hit it off. It's gonna go very well, so I'm happy for her. Okay, so let's move on to Ariana Maddix. There will be timestamps. I forgot to say that. Ariana Maddix. Oh my gosh! So on Fridays, I'm gonna try to do my timestamps before I release this video, because usually on Fridays I watch Love Is Blind in the morning before I go to the gym. So as soon as I release the video, I'm usually watching Love Is Blind and have to alternate between the two. So I'm gonna try to do timestamps before, just in case you've watched one of my videos and there's no timestamps. So Ariana Maddix, let's see. So she's been doing Dancing with the Stars. I'm just picking up her energy. Wonderful. Wow. Aw, this makes me very happy. I just got goosebumps. I see a lot of happiness. There's something about Ariana Maddix that reminds me of my sister, and I don't really want to get too much into it. I'll tell you all one day, because I get quite emotional when I speak about her. But there's something that reminds me a lot of my sister and Ariana Maddix, and I don't want to talk about it right now, but I think Ariana has this like brightness about her, this bright light, and I know people have said, and she's from Vanderpump Rules, if you don't watch Vanderpump Rules, but people have often said that she was bitter with Tom, and I can see that for sure. And I think the thing about Ariana is that she's a fighter, you know, and I can relate a lot. I'm a fighter too. Sometimes fighters, when we're in bad relationships or situations, we want to fight to fix it because we don't believe in giving up, you know. And in some weird way, the universe, God, the higher power will push that thing out of our way so that we can succeed, you know. So I think it's very important for fighter type women, and I think lately strong women have gotten a bad rep because I think angry women and strong women are not in the same category. And you can be strong in your divine feminine, which I very much think she's being pulled towards. So with the Strength, 5 of Swords and 10 of Cups, wow, she's overthinking a lot of her happiness. And I get it. I think she's approaching 40, and you know, the older I get, I start to be like, you know, will I have kids? Will I have this? Will I have that? And I think the best answer to that is to just decide it, to trust, you know. A lot of the unknown could be resolved by faith, or with faith, and with hope. And trusting, it's definitely coming to her. And some people's timing is later. And I think, I'm gonna get a little deep here, but I think a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is always the case, but a long time ago, a few years ago, not a long time ago, a few years ago I was in a relationship. And I don't want to get too much into it. I wrote about it on my blog, so check that out. But something happened in that relationship that kind of scared me and made me realize that I have to be extremely ready to have a family with somebody else. And it can't just be with anybody, but it has to be with somebody who puts in the same amount of effort. And I think when you are one of those people that gives a lot, like Ariana, I can relate, gives a lot, fights for the relationship, you know, wants to put in 100%, you have to be very careful who you date and who you end up being in a relationship with, starting a family with. And sometimes with that care, it can take 10 years later than other people. But there's no real time frame when it comes to doing things the right way, you know. And I don't necessarily mean like the right way, but your right way, like your way where you will feel safe, you will feel healthy, you will feel appreciated, and give that back, you know. So to all those women or all those people in general that sometimes feel like, when is it coming? When is it coming? Trust, it's coming. And it might not come, and it probably won't come how you wanted it to come, but it's coming. And so with King of Pentacles, it's definitely coming. I don't see it being with this guy, I'm telling you. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. And I've said this before, this Daniel guy, I don't trust his energy, I really don't. And you know, I think maybe he just was a rebound, but I don't trust his energy. I really don't. I just don't. And soon she'll see. Yeah, okay. So there's other Two of Cups, the Chariot, 5 of Wands. She is a Cancer, Sun and Cancer. And there's other energies, different men that are going to be fighting for her and her, you know, what she wants and so forth. There's an older guy coming into the picture. He's not that much older, I'd say a few years older, that I see her ending up with. Who's mature. I think this Daniel guy still is growing up today. I don't think he's bad intending, you know, I just think he's immature. Too immature for her. But there's somebody older coming in who will understand what she needs, and she will get back, finally, Queen of Pentacles and Hierophant, what she has been putting out. And I was watching commentary the other day about Love is Blind. I was actually watching the Vile Files, Nick Vile, and they were talking about how, you know, one of the hosts, I forgot her name, but was talking about how you can't, her therapist said to her, you can't give to expect it back. And I used to believe in that completely. You know, I had a therapist tell me the same thing. I I've been in and out of therapy since I was a kid, so I firmly believe in it. But sometimes I've gotten some really bad advice from therapists, and that was some of the bad advice that I got, because it led me to continuing the relationship I was in, one of the worst relationship I was in, because I didn't expect much from him. And I think when we don't expect anything, it's the same as expecting too much. You know, in any healthy relationship, there are boundaries of expectation, and it's okay to expect somebody to do that. Otherwise, the person is not for you, and that's okay. You don't have to hold them accountable to it, but it's okay to have certain wants and needs in a relationship. Okay, let's move on to Lizzo. I just wanted to do an update on her. I did say that I see her settling a lot of what's going on in the court. Somebody else is coming out soon. I said there would be 3 others, so I expect 2 more coming out. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so I'm not surprised. I think I did say this before in the video I did. I think I did a live about her and then another video. But I'm not surprised to hear what's been happening with Lizzo, because like I said, I lived in LA and I met people that have worked. I don't want to say who, but I met people that knew her in some capacity and did not have very nice things to say about her. I actually saw her one day at a store and she looked very miserable, very, very miserable. I couldn't believe it. So, in fact, people didn't even believe me that I saw her. But it was definitely her. And I saw her and she looked very unhappy. So and that's the thing, I think people have this idea that she's a happy person and so forth, but I didn't experience that. And from what I heard from other people, because I was talking about it, and then people were like, oh yeah, I know someone who worked with her. Same thing with Nicki Minaj. I didn't see her, but I know people who worked for her and so forth who do not have great experiences, which is very unfortunate. But anyways, so I'm using the Muse Tarot for this, and actually, sorry, the last deck I used was the Lightseers Tarot. So 5 Cups, 2 of Swords, and Page of Wands. So I see here she's blaming a lot of her staff, making herself a victim. She's like, yeah, they did this to me. And I suppose that's what her post said, right? I didn't really read through the whole post, because I was just like, this is crazy. But a lot of her energy I pick up on is, woe is me. Woe is me. This is not, I didn't do this. The Empress energy, being very Taurus. Well, actually the card for Taurus is Hierophant, but the Empress is ruled by Venus, and so is Taurus, and she's a Sun in Taurus. So she has this idea that everybody wants what she has. Everybody wants to be like her. 5 Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Everybody wants to be like her. And I think she has this idea that they are after what she has. They're after her fame. They're after her followers. If she hasn't been in therapy, and a good therapist, I would recommend that ASAP, because it seems like there's a lot of deep-seated issues. And granted, we all have them, you know, life is not easy, upbringings aren't easy. So I don't want to paint this as like there's something wrong with her and nothing can be fixed. I even think people that are narcissists, and even though in psychology they say they can't be fixed, I think some level of upbringing is responsible for the way narcissists are, you know, and psychopathic people. So with 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and the Wheel, I see her actually starting to do the work. And her, oh no. Okay, so she's going to say she's doing the work, but it seems like she's not doing it for real. It's for social media. Awakening and Page of Swords. Page of Swords is social media. She wants people to see her, that she had an epiphany. So get ready for tears. Get ready for a statement. Get ready for her to blame the people around her and to basically do what Ellen DeGeneres did. Blame them and get a new staff. But the same cycle is going to happen after. and people are going to see through the act. So that's what I have for you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Take care.